Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, March 29th, 2016 on a Tuesday. Today's great to be with you. Coming to you from Thailand, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Today's, like I said, great to be with you. We have some charts to go over today. We're going to talk about some fundamentals, and we'll take care of all that during this episode. Today's, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006. Traders, in the year of 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. And traders, I'm in my 8th year, and I'm still here. Great to trade Forex in Thailand. The time zone is absolutely great. Up early in the morning, go to sleep late at night, trade all day. And I actually get to trade a little bit of every single session. No, I don't sit in front of my computers that long. That's why we have modern technology called an iPad, an iPhone, right? All right. Traders, how do I trade? I listen to fundamentals, and I listen to fundamentals all day. I need to know what's going on around the globe, right? We're not micro traders, we're macro traders. We need to know what's happening all over because that affects our trading, and we need to be aware of what's happening. That's why it's so important that you have some sort of a news feed or a really good economic calendar so you know what's coming out for data every single trading day. However, I'm a technician. I love reading candlestick charts. I like looking at support, resistance, price action, price structure, and price failure. I also look at a couple of indicators. I do use, for my Forex trading, I do use harmonics indicator, and in my options trading, I use Ichimoku indicators. And I also have 3 moving averages, which you'll see on my charts, and that is a 200, a 55, and a 10 exponential moving average. So putting that all together with the fundamentals and my technicals, I come up with a trade plan. Now I'm ready to go. And I don't like to use the word set and forget, but basically that's what I do. I set and I forget, right? Once a trade plan is in, I monitor the trade. And if I have to get out, the trade goes against me, I get out. Don't need to wait for it to hit my stop. If the trade goes against you, get out of the trade. So that's just a little bit about me and how I trade. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way and keep the lawyers happy. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right. Traders, let's move over to news and commentary. Let's see what the indices did yesterday at the New York close. The Dow 30 closed up 0.11%. The S&P 500 closed up 0.05%. The NASDAQ in the red at the close, negative 0.14%, and the small cap 2000 closed negative 0.46%. Traders, let's head over to the Eurozone and see what happened. The DAX closed negative 1.71%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed negative 1.49%. And the CAC 40 out of Paris closed negative 2.13%, with the Eurostock 50 closing negative 1.66%. Traders, let's come over to my side of the world. Let's talk about Asia. Looks like the Nikkei 225 is closed today. However, they last closed negative 0.18%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia closed negative 1.57%. The China A50, which is currently trading, is negative 0.62%, and the Hang Seng is negative 0.07%, with the Kospi out of Seoul at positive 0.62%. So that's what's going on there. Let's talk about our economic calendar real quick. Really not a lot going on. I have to tell you, traders, not a lot going on as far as news today. We only have one big news event, and that is in the U.S. session. We have CB Consumer Confidence for the month of March, and that comes out today. And that will be at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wall Street, and that will be 9 p.m. in Thailand. And we also had Fed Chairman Yellen speaks today, and she speaks 10:30 in the morning on Wall Street, and that'll be 22:30 hours in Thailand. Also, wow, a lot of speakers today. We got FOMC member Dudley speaks today. Wow, a lot of talkers today, huh? The Fed's yakking today. All right. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Keep that in mind. That's in the U.S. session, so we've got a long way to go before we get to that. So, like I said, not a lot of high impact news. Really, only one today, and that again is in the U.S. session. All right. So that gives you your indices and your economic calendar today on what's going on. Let's take a look at some charts. We've got some currency charts for you today. So we're going to take a look at the euro dollar. So the euro dollar, you can see this had an up day yesterday. I don't know why, but it had an up day yesterday, and that's okay. We know that Forex markets don't move in a straight line, and that's fine. However, I don't necessarily like this trade. Why don't I like this trade? Well, you can see I placed a trend line on the chart, but the problem is we're trading right into support. So I really don't like that. I'd much rather see this come up to 12.25, and that is at the R1 pivot point, and that's a resistance level, and we have some room. The entry at 11.99, I don't know. I don't necessarily like that trade. As we're coming into a 200 exponential moving average and a 55 exponential moving average, doesn't look too comfortable. Either way, we want to take profits at 1.1157. Traders, let's take a look at the Great British Pound. This is in a range, and I really like where it is right now, and I would have no problem selling this right now at 1.4255, and we'll just take our profits at the 200 exponential moving average at 1.4181, so it's a really easy trade. Not a difficult trade plan today. If you want to be safe, let this pull back up closer to the top of the range and then sell it. I wouldn't want to sell it at the bottom of the range because you have the daily pivot, and of course you have the 55 exponential moving average right there. So enter it now or wait till it moves up further. If you take a look at that brown line, that's a 10 exponential moving average, and that is right on top of price. So it's a pretty good spot to take this trade right at the moment. All right, let's look at the Aussie. Aussie's in this nasty range. Not a bad spot to sell it. I'm bearish in the Aussie. I've been bearish in the Aussie for 2 years now, and I'm still bearish. And so this is not a bad place to sell the Aussie. So you can get in this at 0.7565 and get out at the 200 exponential moving average at 0.7537. So either way, you're in two good spots to get out of this trade. And you got the daily pivot point down there. You can get out. You can wait. You can get out before that at the 55 EMA. Either way, you got plenty of places to scale out or get out of the trade totally. The entry is going to be the question because, I think we're late. I think we're a little bit late for our entry, but I don't think it's a bad entry right now at this price. So I think we'll be okay. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. The Euro Aussie is below resistance. You see it's below the 200 exponential moving average, the daily pivot point, and the 55 exponential moving average. So this has got two blue candles, which means what? Price is headed up. So let's see if we can get this up to 48.30, and we'll sell this all the way down to the S2 reversal pivot point at 1.4754. Nice, easy trade plan, not difficult. We know we're bearish in the Euro Aussie. We've been for a long, long time. And if you look at the daily chart, you'll also see we are very, very bearish. Here's the Euro Yen. This is at a great spot also. Now, we're bearish in the Euro Yen, and it's at resistance. The key to this trade is look at the 5 candlesticks from the end of the chart. They're all dojis. They're all indecision candles. So I think there's a good chance this is going to fall, and I think we can get some good profits out of this. Let's get in it at 127.11, and let's get out at 126.37. I did put a star at the daily pivot point because I do expect a bounce there. We have the 55 EMA and a daily pivot point at 126.80. Just be aware of that. And you should be in enough pips to get to break even. So I think you can be safe if you get in this trade now. And you need to put an intelligent stop. What would be my intelligent stop? Above the R1 pivot point. Maybe 5 or 6 pips ahead of that, and that's at 127.35. That's probably where I'd want to put my stop. Okay? So nice sell trade on the Euro Yen. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. This had an up day yesterday, which surprised me, to be honest with you. I was really expecting this to fall, and we're looking for this to give us a bearish candlestick formation. We'll get in at like 0.6740, And we don't have that now. We do not have an entry now. If this continues up, it's going to win without us, right? We want to stay with the trend. We want to stay with the bias, and my bias is to sell this. However, London Open, we might get that. So just wait for that to happen, and we're going to take our profits at 0.6710. Pretty simple trade. We just need the entry. And right at the moment, we do not have the entry. This is not a sell here. We don't want to sell this here. It hasn't made a decision yet if it wants to go up or wants to go down. So I'm going to wait for a bearish candlestick formation, and we'll take it to the downside. I do like that they're dojis, though. I like that they're all indecision candles. That's a good thing. That means that resistance is holding at the R1 pivot point, and we'll just wait for the bearish candle, and we'll take it to the downside. And that's our 6 currency pairs today, traders. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilder, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, please come visit our site at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, like always, remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, we'll talk to you in about 24 hours. Take care now. Have a great trading day. See you now. Bye-bye.